Okay, so I've got a marble herringbone backsplash to do, and I covered all the countertops. Loosen up the screws, got ready to patch some holes, and now I'm laying out my tile. Make a little adjustments here. Well, I'll be making these adjustments as I go along. And this is the marble tile that I'm going to be installing. So I'm gonna measure for this from the bottom to the top, which is 18 inches. And she wants it this way. I would prefer to run this along the counter, but she wants it this way, which is going to end up in a bunch of little triangles, but that's how she wants it. The other way you would get all the pieces would be the same size. So anyway, just laying it out, and I'm going to take some measurements and transfer those measurements to the tile here. So let's get started. Okay, so I measured this here. Just over 18 on both sides. I'm setting the straightedge just on that corner there. I'm marking that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So this corner, so this side, this is the bottom, this side goes in this corner, and this is the bottom. So I'm going to measure from here to here minus the thickness of a tile. Okay, so now I'm going to measure for the outlets. Okay, so I got it all marked out and labeled. Now I'm going to set up the wet saw and start cutting. Okay, so I got all this cut. Goes over here, and I got all that on. That's that. When I cut that, the piece that's on there is what I cut off there.
Oh.
So you cut it,
Yeah.
and then you save the piece. So when you return it, it's exactly the right size. Because if you put it all the way into the wall, then it doesn't match afterwards. Okay, so I'm short some tile. I'm gonna wait till I get the other pieces to finish this, but this is all done. Just need to seal it and grout. Anyway, so I got as much of this backsplash as I could get done. Ran short of tile. I had some tile left over, but not enough, and I didn't want to install half. I'll show you. Like 4 pieces and then some cut pieces. There's a lot of waste on this because when you cut the tile, this is for over here, so I know exactly how that fits in there. But so I wanted to end it here because I didn't want to leave, you know, half a wall like this and then trying to match this up afterwards is going to be difficult because you can't make any adjustments. So you only got like a few tiles here at the bottom to match up. So this is about 6 feet from here to here. I got 4 pieces left, and some smaller pieces. That's not enough to finish this here, obviously, because that's 4 square feet. I need well, that's 4 pieces, so that's 2 rows, 1, 2, because you can't use the scraps. So I need another 6 pieces, so we're getting another 8. So I'm gonna get this all installed. I had to put longer screws in the electrical outlets, and now I just need to clean this up and seal it so that it's all ready to go, but I'm not going to grout it until I get this part on, and they're supposed to come like 3 or 4 days. The tile's supposed to be here. So anyway, it's very important to seal this tile before you grout it. I'm going to seal it because she's going to be cooking here, so that way if anything splatters on it, she'll be protected. The corners, I tried to get them to match as best as possible. The piece that comes around the corner is actually the piece that I cut off that corner. So ready to go. So first I'm going to take off all these labels, and then I'm going to wipe it down, make sure it's clean, and then I'm going to seal it. You get the idea. So I'm just going to use a dry microfiber cloth to wipe it down because I don't want to get it wet because I got to seal it. So I'm just going to get all the dust off it. Okay, so I got to wipe down. Now I'm going to seal it and then walk away from it. And as I said, I got those missing tiles. When I come back, I'll install those, seal that, and then grout the whole thing at once. So just in case you're wondering, there's a microwave that's coming down to here. The reason that I didn't cut a straight line is that if at some point they decide that they're going to get rid of the microwave and they're going to put just a hood up there, they can tile the rest of the backsplash without having to rip any tile out. Say, why didn't I do it now? Because we don't have enough tile. Otherwise I probably would have done it. When working with natural stone, you want to make sure you seal your tile before you grout it. You can seal it afterwards again if you want. In this case, I'm probably not going to do that because I'm using an advanced grout, so the grout does not need sealing. But anyway, so what do you need to seal your tile, your marble tile. Well, it's actually quite simple. So basically you need a sealer, a good quality sealer. This one's from Opay, Ultra Care. This is a good sealer. I just happen to have this one on my truck. There are other very good sealers. Then you need some cloth. So I just use a piece of cloth. I get that soaked, wipe it on, and then let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, and then wipe it off with a couple of clean cloths. So you let it sit for a few minutes, and then you wipe it off, and you want to make sure you get all the sealer off. Any residual sealer that's on there, you make sure you want to polish that off before it dries. Otherwise, it's going to leave like a film on there or a haze on there. That can be easily remedied by just applying more sealer and then wiping that off. But why go to the extra step? So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to seal this tile. Sealing is very easy. Just soak a rag. Get the tile just wet with it. I'm going to try to get as little as possible in the grout line. Just make sure you cover the entire thing. You can use a paintbrush. You can use a roller. I just like to use a rag because it's very easy and quick. Do a section at a time, so let that sit for a few minutes, and then actually I'm going to do over here. Okay, so now while I was doing that section, this section has had time to sit for a few minutes. Wipe it off. I like to use 2 rags because this absorbs it, and then the second rag will polish it. Now I've done that section, and this section has had time to soak in. Okay, so that up to the cabinet here, to this corner here, is all completely sealed. So I'll move on to the rest of it, and then I'll clean up. Okay, so it's all sealed, nice and clean. Okay, so that's all marked out. I'm sure you can see it in there. Let's cut it. first. Anyway, I'll fiddle with this a little bit more.